My wife clutched her stomach, eyes wide with pain, as foam gathered at the edge of her mouth. The bowl of pepper soup she had just eaten fell to the floor, and before I could reach her, she collapsed. And my mother, my own mother, didn't even blink. She just stood there, staring at the plate my wife had eaten from. She didn't blink. She didn't scream. She only said, "Chijioke, take her to the clinic if you want. But some things need to be removed before they destroy a house." I should have known long before that moment. But I was blind. I was blind because I believed that a mother's love could never turn bitter. I was wrong. That was the day everything in my life broke into pieces. Before all of this, my life was simple. I was born in the village of Umunze, a peaceful village in Anambra State. First and only son of Mama Nkechi, who raised me and my sister Nkechi alone after our father was killed in a road accident when I was just 7. We didn't have much, but we had each other. People knew Mama as a strong woman. Fierce with her mouth, sharp with her eyes, but hardworking. The kind of woman who could fight a goat with one hand and still have the energy to carry yams to the market. She was known for her stubbornness, and her pepper soup recipe was out of this world. You couldn't win an argument with her, not even the pastor could. He tried. She raised me to be respectful, to kneel when greeting elders, to never eat with my cap on, and to never raise my voice in front of women. And I listened. Always. Mama sold wrappers and herbs in the market, and with the little she made, she sent me to the teachers' college in Oka. When I finished my teaching college, I returned to the village to serve as a primary school teacher. I built a small one-bedroom in one of my father's lands not far from the main compound, with money I had saved from tutoring students in Oka. I thought it was time to settle down. That's when Ifunanya entered my life. Ifunanya was not from Umunze. She was from Ezema, just 2 villages away. I met her at the community health clinic when I had gone to treat a stubborn boil on my leg. She was a nurse assistant, not yet qualified, but already skilled with her hands. She had soft eyes. Not just beautiful, calm. Her words were gentle, her laughter low, but her heart strong. She wasn't the kind of woman who shouted in public or wore clothes that turned heads. But she made you feel like she saw you, like you mattered. We courted for 10 months. When I told Mama I wanted to marry her, she frowned. "Izema girls are stubborn," she said. But I thought it was just her way. So I pushed. I begged. She eventually gave in, or so I thought. After we got married, Ifunanya moved in with me. Our house was just a short walk from the main family compound, so Mama was always around. Ifunanya would try to greet her, bow, offer water, offer food. But Mama hardly responded. "She's still adjusting," I told my wife. "Give her time." But time made things worse. Mama started talking in parables whenever Ifunanya was near. "Not every sweet fruit is good for the stomach," she would say loudly. Some wives carry darkness behind their smiles. Mama didn't like her. She didn't even hide it. "She's too quiet. That one has secrets," she said the day Ifunanya came to kneel and present kola. "Mama, she's just respectful," I said. She hissed. Respect without truth is deception. Still, she allowed the marriage. But not out of joy, out of strategy. "She will reveal herself in time," Mama muttered after the ceremony. "All snakes do." At first, it was tolerable. Mama would come in the morning, offer herbs, or suggest how Ifunanya should cook the stew. But slowly, the checking turned to hovering. Then hovering turned to control. Ifunanya tried. God knows she did. She washed Momo's clothes every Saturday. She always added extra meat to her plate. She never raised her voice, not even when Mama called her an empty basket behind her back. I thought Mama would warm up eventually. But she didn't. She turned the whole compound into a war zone. You're losing weight, Chijioke. Your wife doesn't feed you. Look at how your shirt is wrinkled. Is she even ironing them? A good wife brings fruit, not famine. I started staying out late, just to avoid the tension. One night, I asked Ifunanya, do you want us to move far away? Maybe to Ezema? She said, no. That would look like I'm taking you from her. I don't want to be the reason you lose your mother. If only I knew. One day, I returned home to find my wife crying. What happened? I asked. She showed me her mirror, smashed. I left it here this morning, she whispered. I knew Mama had come around that afternoon. So I confronted her. Mama, did you break Ifunanya's mirror? She looked me straight in the eye and said, I broke nothing. But even if I did, maybe the reflection inside was not clean. I should have seen it then. The poison wasn't just in food. It was in her heart. After a year of marriage, we were still childless. Mama made it worse. She's blocking your blessings, she told me one evening. She's a woman who eats up seed. Try another and see if you won't become a father. I was furious. But instead of arguing, I pulled away. I started spending more time at school. More time with my students. Less time at home. Ifunanya noticed. One night, she held my hand and said, please don't let her take you away from me. I promised I wouldn't. But promises are like paper in fire when pressure comes. Then, Mama started whispering things to the neighbors. She must be the problem. I was pregnant with Chijioke 2 months after my wedding. She brought different herbs. Boiled bitter leaves. Dried fish soaked in clay. Ifunanya took them all without complaint. Until one morning, she woke up bleeding. Badly. We rushed to the clinic. The nurse said it wasn't miscarriage, she was never pregnant. Her system is too stressed, the nurse said. She needs peace. But where does a woman find peace in the arms of a man whose mother wants her gone? One Saturday, I came back from a school sports event and met the compound in chaos. Our only hen, the one Ifunanya raised like her own child, was dead. Poisoned. She had found it in Mama's garden, foaming at the beak. I confronted Mama. Her eyes were cold. Better a chicken than a child. That night, Ifunanya cried in bed. Not because of the chicken, but because she realized that to Mama, she was no more than a stray animal. I'm trying, Chijioke, she said, holding my hand. But your mother hates me. I held her. And I cried too. The day it happened. It was a Sunday. I had gone to visit a sick student. Mama had come earlier that morning, carrying bushmeat and saying she wanted to cook pepper soup to bless the womb. She told Ifunanya to go and rest. Said she'd handle the food. I came back around 6 p.m. The soup smelled good. Ifunanya was smiling when she served me. She took a spoonful first, to taste for salt. That was the last thing she ate that day. 1 minute, she was laughing. The next, she was grabbing her stomach. "Chijioke," she screamed. She collapsed. Her eyes rolled. Foam. Vomit. Shaking. I shouted. Screamed for help. I lifted her in my arms, screaming. Mama stood there. Watching. Not a sound. Not a step. We rushed Ifunanya to the health center. They said it was food poisoning. The doctor specifically said it was rat poison mixed into food. That same night, I went back home. Searched the kitchen. Found a small black container hidden in Momo's wrapper basket. The label had faded. But the smell, bitter, strong, was unmistakable. I took it to the local herbalist. He confirmed it was otapepear, a poison mix for rats or people. I returned home, my hands shaking. "Mama, why?" She looked at me calmly. "Because she was taking you away from me. Because I raised you alone, and she came to reap where she didn't sow. Because I loved you too much to watch you forget who made you. You are mine," she said. "Not hers. You were all I had. And now she has made you forget who raised you." She had to go. I wept. I wanted to slap her. But I walked out. And that was the last time I called her mother. Ifunanya survived, but barely. Her body changed. She lost weight. Her skin turned pale. The doctor said her stomach lining was damaged. She couldn't eat heavy food again. After Ifunanya was discharged, I packed our things that same night. Took my wife and left. We moved to Eziama. Her people took us in. My father-in-law, a retired catechist, gave us his backyard room. I started teaching in their local school. Mama sent messages. Said she was sorry. That she missed me. That she was sick. I didn't reply. Not because I didn't feel pain, but because some cuts are too deep to heal with words. It took months before Ifunanya could eat solid food again. Her stomach was damaged. Her trust even more so. But she stayed with me. We built a new life. New house. New church. New friends. But we never went back to Umunze. We had a son. Then a daughter. We named them Chidobem, God leads me, and Chisom, God is with me. Every time they laugh, I remember the woman who nearly never got to be their mother. And every time Ifunanya touches her belly and winces, I remember the woman who tried to destroy her. Sometimes, love becomes poison when it refuses to let go. And not every enemy lives outside your house. Some live right inside your blood. Some wounds are not healed with time. Some betrayals are not forgiven with age. The person who gave you life can also try to take it, not with a knife, but with silence, with poison, with jealousy disguised as love. And that is a truth I live with every day. My mother gave me life. But she also almost took away the one person who made it worth living. And that I will never forget.